Hi, my name is Irena, and this is a review of the book called Why God is My Only Best Friend by the author who took the pseudonym Mr. Fogg. So, in this book, the author tried to explain how relying on God as a best friend could reduce depression and anxiety, and how believing in God and having Him by our side in every moment could help with similar sorts of internal struggles. In other words, the author, like he himself said, chosen a psychological approach to prove the existence of God and his influence on general well-being of human beings who believe in Him and submit to Him in a right way. This book is primarily a product of author's very painful psychological journey, which turned out to be a very fruitful journey in the end, after all the troubles he went through. And I mean fruitful in terms of finding his inner peace and friendship with God. What I think that didn't work in this book is that I feel that writer could dedicate more space in it to describe his troubles, which led him to this journey with God. I mean troubles with black magic, hurting his friends, social media bullying, being spied on, and ending up in hospital as a mental case ultimately. I know this is not a book about that. It's not the author simply retelling events in his life. It's rather about his spiritual journey and convincing readers why they should try to go on that journey in the same way that he did. But I think that going through these troubles was more than crucial for the writer to find his best friend in God, so that he definitely could elaborate more on this subject. I kind of understood the writer wanted to stay anonymous, thus he didn't want to share more details about this particular subject. But I think that those troubling events didn't deserve to be mentioned in passing a few times only. The best side of this book is definitely how the writer presents spiritual concepts he finds most important and valuable for getting your inner life in order. In fact, all these concepts I was talking about before could be described as integral parts of this one key concept, and I think the writer did a pretty good job in making this concept whole and describing its sub-concepts with strong arguments. Regarding the author's writing style, it's mostly very concise when it comes to describing events, but the writing is much more detailed when it comes to spiritual topics, and I'd say the style is very well adjusted to these topics overall. The biggest flaw of author's writing style is a slight redundancy of certain expressions, especially overuse of the word see at the beginning of his sentences. I would definitely recommend this book to the people who are struggling with anxiety and depression and generally with unwanted, chaotic thoughts, and are spiritually and religiously inclined at the same time. This book could be a very good source of advices and methods for solving their problems. Personally, I myself have a long history with that sort of struggle, but I'm not really a religious person. So it would take a little bit more of convincing that this could be an effective solution for me too, but I can totally understand why this could be a valid approach for some people, and I'm hoping this book will find its way to get to those people and help others who are not religiously inclined in some other way, perhaps.